Alrighty, good day to all you glorious Rascallion Resonators, you absolute legends. The name is FOXSOL. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to some more WutheringWaves. And in today's video, we're just going to sit down. We're going to have a little bit of a conversation because something was brought up to my attention in my Discord server by Jimmy Zoo. And I read it and I said, he wanted an opinion. Let's put it this way. He wanted an opinion about something. And I said, I got you. Can I make a video about it? He said, by all means, go for it. So here's my answer to Jimmy Zoo. Pretty much about why a person from Honkai Star Rail dislikes WutheringWaves. So if you're interested, take a seat, relax, grab a cold one, and let's break down this entire opinion. Alrighty, so like I said, let me minimize a little bit. This is from Jimmy Zoo right here, right? And Jimmy Zoo yesterday posted up saying, oh yeah, I have something I wish to bring up. There's actually someone I met on the Discord who primarily plays HSR and sometimes plays WutheringWaves, and there are some things that she's brought up. One, she thinks that Honkai Star Rail is more generous than WutheringWaves because there's always a 10 pulls for every patch and 30 pulls in the anniversary. But you know, WutheringWaves also gives 10 pulls per patch since then, but she thought it wasn't enough. She thinks that WutheringWaves has given so little for her time. Plus, she didn't even do the event, therefore she didn't even get Yao. Is it worth mentioning that Dr. Ratio was given away for free as well and was just sent through the mail? She didn't like the story, and she wanted the shorekeeper to shut up. Seems like she hated WutheringWaves' story from her tone of things. She hated WutheringWaves' event because they are time-gated. The thing is that Genshin's events are also time-gated. And she thinks that 5 months is way too long, or in this case, far too long for WutheringWaves to improve, and is already overdue. Perhaps she didn't see the quality of life changes and improvements since, and she's just in it for the gambling aspect. So I want to hear everyone's thoughts about this. Well, Jimmy Zoo, you got my attention. You really did get my attention with this one. So what can I say to all these points? Well, let's start with the first one. And the first one is that she believes, you know, when it comes down to it, that HSR is more generous than WutheringWaves because, oh, they always guarantee 10 pulls a patch and, you know, 30 pulls for the anniversary edition. Okay. I'm not too really sure. I can't really 100% confirm, you know, what type of pullage and everything else you get from, you know, Honkai Star Rail. But I got friends who play Honkai Star Rail. Friends that I trust, that I went out of my way to, you know, and I want to go discuss this with them. And I said, hey, got a question for you. When it comes down to the pulls, which one's more generous? Kuro Games or, you know, over here, or is it going to be, you know, Honkai Star Rail? And I was told straight up it's going to be, you know, WutheringWaves. And it was explained to me that, yeah, you know, for an anniversary edition we get more pulls, we get stuff, but you know, if you look at it, and these are people who are completely, they play both, you know, WutheringWaves, Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, you know, they've played so many different versions of different gacha games in all general. They're giving an honest opinion to me, and they're like, compared to it all, they're like, so far Kuro Games has been the generous one the most. And I have to, you know, I'm going to agree with this so far because listening to the people that I fully trust and understanding from them, I'll say it like this: WutheringWaves has given you a free 5-star character voucher, meaning that you can pick whatever standard 5-star character you wanted as from the get-go. They gave you a free voucher to, you know, pick whichever weapon you fucking wanted that was a 5-star, whether it was Cosmic Ripple, Static Mist, whatever. They gave you a small little event that you didn't even have to complete the event all the way. And they gave you a free 5-star signature character. or, you know, limited character. And that's not counting. I'll put it like this. That's not counting the generosity and the quality of life updates that WutheringWaves has gone through, that has also increased, you know, our astrites in general. Like, when they fixed the ecosystem and everything else, I got additional, you know, astrites, different, you know, like another 3 or 4 pulls out of that shit. With all the events that's come through since then to help with people, because they're trying to make sure player satisfaction is at a all-time high, they've been giving so much. I mean, I'm going to say that, like this, when it comes down in terms of generosity, WutheringWaves is honestly the best generosity I've ever seen. Is the best coming. As Kuro's been the best. There's no denying that. Like, if you want to think that, you know, Honkai Star Rail is more generous than WutheringWaves, I don't know what kind of copium you're smoking, but okay. So the next point that she stated was she thinks that WutheringWaves gives so little for her time investment. Well, I mean, what you want? You want the game to go ahead and just hand it all over to you? You just want to be, you know, daddy's little girl and just have your little boyfriend go ahead and complete everything for you, so that way you don't have to do anything? I mean, let's go in terms of the Zhang Liao fucking event, okay? The Moonlit Festival. You had over 30 days to complete this entire event. And the maximum pointage that you can get in it was 50,000. You can go above that, right? And the game only asked you to do 6,000 popularity points, which was not even days worth of work. That was like less than a fucking hour. We had 6,000 points day one in less than an hour, and we just kept doing the fucking event. Why? Just to fucking do it. And it wasn't even an event like this, you know, where you go explore, you go collect things, you go do quests or anything. It was a point and click fucking simple little tablet, Coco Melon style fucking maple fucking tree fucking game. Something I didn't even care for. With a bunch of little chibi characters on the screen. And the game's asking, you know, too much from you and offering you too little things. That was a free fucking limited fucking 5-star character. That's actually one of the best units that's in the game. Not the greatest unit, I'll tell you that right now, but one of the best units that's in this game. I don't know what, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what this Honkai Star Rail chick is fucking smoking, guys, but I want some. Because to me it just sounds like a spoiled little brat so far. I'm just saying that is my personal opinion so far on this. Alright, moving on to the next part. She said she didn't like the story, she wanted Shorekeeper to shut up, and she seems to hate the, you know, WutheringWaves story by the tone of it. Alright, so with that one, here's the best answer for her in a sense. They got a skip button, okay? This isn't Genshin Impact, baby. You got a skip button. You can go ahead, you can press skip, okay? You don't like the Shorekeeper speaking? You're like, oh no, it's fucking annoying. I don't like her because you know what? The waifus don't like waifus. Well, guess what? Just hit the skip button and just move on with the story. I mean, that's a preference thing. That's not really something that's against actual players, okay? Sorry to tell you this. Like, using that as like a main focal point of an opinion, bro. There's people who like, you know, certain animes and hate certain animes. I'm a person that don't like One Piece, bro. I got friends who like the One Piece story. The One Piece story is just not for me, okay? So guess what? I don't watch it. I think the characters are cool. I'll collect a fucking Luffy statue here and there. You know, I like some of the characters in it, but I just don't like the story. And guess what? I just skip it. Not a big deal. Like, you just wanted the Shorekeeper to shut up. There's a skip button. Okay, move on. Bye-bye. All right, moving on from that one. The last point that she, well, not the last point, but the second to last point that she made is that she hated how WutheringWaves events are time gated. Okay. This one, I took the time to confirm this one with a few people, and especially the person I trust. And I ask the question, hey, isn't Honkai Star Rail, does Honkai Star Rail have events that are time gated? And I was told yes by several people. There is some events, not always, but there is some events that are time kept in, time gated in WutheringWaves. And there's a reason why events are time gated. It's because there is pretty much people out there that likes to blaze through, a patch and complete everything in a patch. And when it comes down to it, if they can complete all the content in day one, who are they going to go complain to? They're going to go complain to the company being like, hey, there's nothing here. There are a bunch of degenerates that can't space, they can't space the time of the events and everything. So companies, like WutheringWaves, like Kuro and such, games like WutheringWaves, games like GLYTCH Energy, games like Honkai Star Rail, games like Soul Leveling, Arise and everything, time gate events because, people are degenerates out there and they can't, savor and they can't, understand the word patience. All right, and they can't take their time with the game. So at that point in time, they're expecting, people to take all these events that they got so far and make it last throughout a patch. And when you make it to where it's not time gate and a person gets through it in a day, they got nothing to do. Who they go complain to? They don't go take self-responsibility, So far, we've already established that there's a lot of players out there that is gacha players that don't know how to take self-responsibility for their own fucking actions. Okay? We've already gone through a bunch of these people so far, and we're going to continue doing that. No, they're going to blame the company for this. And yet, it's your fault. So, yeah, there is an understanding and a reason why, events are time gated for people. Why is that such a big deal? Genshin does it. Honkai Star Rail does it. Soul Leveling Arise does it. Other gacha games in general fucking do it. Why are you upset that WutheringWaves does it? And then the last thing that she pointed out is that she thinks that after 5 months, it is too far long for WutheringWaves to improve and is already overdue. Who is it of her? Who is it of you? Who is it of me to determine when things need to stop improving? Or how long it takes to improve something? Huh? Like, that is the most, I'm gonna say it, that is the most dumbest opinion I've heard so far. So, the game, the game is developing at its own pace. The game is taking time to talk to, Kuro Games is taking time to read feedback, get criticisms, and implement that in each and every update. They're taking their time with setting up different improvements in the game because, let's be honest, they want to make sure that they're providing the best quality game, and the best way to do it is to listen to the players, not just go out of their way and be like, oh, let's change this, change that. I'm gonna say it like this, I don't know who the hell this chick is, but hey, maybe sooner or later, she can actually get a brain in her head and she can actually think, because this is actually like irking. Like, I thought we were gonna come into actual true style opinion here. So far, this just sounds like it's a blatant rip. It's an attack on Kuro Games, WutheringWaves for different things. Like I said, Genshin Impact is still improving every single day. Soul Leveling Arise. I'm sure even Honkai Star Rail is improving with each and every patch. WutheringWaves is still only just 5 months old and it's taking its time. Are you going to be the type of parent that you have a kid, right? And if your kid doesn't talk by the age of 2 years old, that you're going to say, oh no, it's time for you haven't improved in, a fast enough time that I'm going to have to get rid of you or some shit? Like even GLYTCH has shown that there's different rates of, you know, growing up. Like, you know, some kids, you know, they don't crawl as fast as other kids. Some kids don't learn how to walk faster than others. Some kids have speech delay. And you know what? By the age of 5, 6 years old, when they were supposed to be talking to 2, you can't shut them up. Just that one part of, like, she thinks that after 5 months, it's just far too long for WutheringWaves for her because it should have been improved by now. First and foremost, there's a lot of shit that has already improved in this game. Quite a bit. And like I said, it's just Kura Games that's taking the damn goddamn time because they want to make sure they're working with the fucking players to making sure that they get this shit taken care of the right way the first time instead of having to keep going back and back and back because they keep fucking up trying to learn some shit, thinking that, oh, this is what players want, and come and find out it's not what the player fucking wants. Alrighty. Well, I think that is good enough of a video right there. I think I'm going to leave it there. And I'm going to let you guys down in the comment section below take these 5 points and comment yourself. What is your thought pattern behind it? Do you agree with my assessment? Do you have other things you want to add on to that? Do you have things that you want to change about it? I don't know, but you let me know down in the comment section below. You post that out, and I tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and leave that there for you guys. If you like the video, like the video. If you dislike the video, dislike the video. And if anything, if you like what you see, subscribe to the channel for more because we try to do WutheringWaves videos here daily. So, and all that good jazz. Alright, so keep it classy, keep it jazzy, and always keep it real. Catch you on the flip side. Peace.